Why aren't you enough? Is it because you're awkward, different, neurodivergent, or physically impaired? Or could it be that you just lack confidence in your abilities and are unsure about how you want to show up in your life? I want to tell you a story that happened to me. Right after college, I was invited to this really fancy cocktail party by one of my dear friends. And right before I left, I decided to walk up to the host to thank her for her hospitality. And I kid you not, she looked at me from head to toe and asked me why. I was puzzled by that question, so I replied, "Why what?" And she said, "Why should I waste my time talking to you?" I was floored. Not because of her pompous behavior, after all, she was a celebrity, but because of how small that interaction made me feel. I guess that was the whole point of the question, so I took it as a learning opportunity and replied, "What an interesting question. My worth is not tied up to the things that I do or the people I know, so I guess you should not waste your time with me." To which she promptly replied, "I like your style. That was a test and you passed." And I answer, "Wonderful. In that case, I'm the one that doesn't want to waste my time." I thanked her again for the party and walked away. Now, obviously, afterwards, I replayed that experience a million times in my head, wondering why I interpret her question as an affront to my self-worth and where did my reply even came from. It's quite interesting to observe how we all have an innate ability to heal, yet we are socially conditioned to believe we are never enough. For many of us, these interactions echo experience in our earlier years, when we learn to attach our value as a person to what others thought about us and our accomplishments. And by others, I mean the adults in the room, the authority figures like our parents or caregivers. And we bring these patterns into adulthood, always trying to fill a void that we do not have. The reality is that we are all whole, worthy, and enough already. But we created a society through this filtered belief that we are broken, and because our systems are a reflection of us, they are broken too. And the only way to sustain broken systems is by making us feel like we're not enough, so we can continue to buy ways to be enough. Makeup was originally designed as a way to enhance our natural features. Yet today, cosmetics is a multi-billion-dollar industry that capitalizes on your own self-objectification and distorted self-perception. Higher education, once a religious indoctrination endeavor, turned into a business venture that sells the college experience to consumers, to students, at the cost of perpetual debt for most. Academic growth and character formation lost their importance to campus prestige. And most of us get this certification, which would otherwise be easily achievable through the internet, without ever learning how to actually find a job, advocate for ourselves, cultivate self-awareness, or develop deep, meaningful relationships. And speaking of meaning, these broken systems perpetuate this idea that a meaningful life is determined by your ability to feel the never-ending hierarchical cycle of keeping up with the Kardashians, sustaining the classic narrative that you're only as good as other people by getting what they have and doing what they do, further tying your sense of worth to things outside of yourself, such as social status, wealth, or popularity. None of these things are inherently wrong if they are done consciously. Cosmetics can be used as a form of self-appreciation. College helps you build knowledge, hard skills, and brain power. And reflecting on what others have against what you have can give you valuable feedback about what you really want for yourself. This leads us to the fundamental question that is at the core of feeling worthy and enough. What does abundance mean to you? Nowadays, we associate abundance with money, but abundance means many things. It can mean money to live comfortably, but it can also mean sharing your life with a loving partner, having memorable experiences with your friends, and even feel a deep appreciation for being alive. Personally, abundance means just having enough money so I don't have to worry about it. It means spending quality time with my family and my friends. It means playing with my dog, be present for myself, and being able to share my strengths and passions with those who might benefit from them. True abundance is what you feel when your needs are easily met and your desires effortlessly satisfied. This feeling can only come from a place of inherent value, a sense that the universe, or whatever higher power you choose, has your back and wants you to succeed, to evolve and grow with you. The only thing that stops you from feeling abundant, from feeling like you are enough are the limiting beliefs you have about yourself. None of us are born feeling inadequate. It's our upbringing and life experiences that shape the edges of this core wound, inflicted during a time when our rational mind was not yet online, to help us understand that feeling not enough was a byproduct of an environment that was insufficient, instead of a reflection of our own worth. Being enough is not defined by how others respond or react to us, but by how we feel about ourselves. It's about bringing awareness to your inner critic dialogue and understanding how it compensates for that sense of inadequacy. It's reframing comparison as a call to reevaluate what's important for you, and rejection as a sort of echolocation feedback loop, warning you of the dead ends and guiding you towards where you want to go. It's to stop betraying yourself and honor your needs and boundaries and learn to trust your inner guidance instead of abandoning it to fit into someone else's worldview that does not ring true for you. If you wish to dive deeper, I'll link the videos for these topics in the description. But for now, I invite you to listen to our guided reflection to process your feelings, where you can follow along a series of prompts that will assist you in releasing whatever is holding you back from healing those feelings of inadequacy. And remember, we're all something to be shared. And when we tap into that inherent value, that's when we find true freedom. Have a good week.